as the youngest team in the league while playing in one of the NHL's oldest arenas. So before the puck drops, we wanted to walk you around the KeyBank Center, which is aging, and the major improvements that could arrive as soon as next year. The KeyBank Center ranks among the oldest facilities in the NHL. It was one of 6 that opened in 1996. Only 8 arenas were built earlier. But the significance of the arena goes far beyond the sports community. As 7 News is a voice for everyone, tonight you're going to hear from several perspectives about the KeyBank Center's next chapter. That includes the Sabres organization and its fans, plus a sports marketing expert familiar with arena development. But 7 News anchor Jeff Russo first sat down with the COO of Visit Buffalo Niagara, who says arena improvements are a smart financial move.
It's been the home of the Buffalo Sabres for close to 30 years, a venue that has played host to some of the franchise's highest highs.
Here come the Buffalo Sabres!
And lowest lows.
On the line.
When the original Marine Midland Arena opened in 1996, it was the toast of the town, a brand new $127 million state-of-the-art sports and entertainment venue that over the years has welcomed millions of people to downtown Buffalo. The now KeyBank Center has raised championship banners for the Buffalo Bandits, hosted March Madness and the Frozen Four, along with some of the biggest names in music and entertainment.
It has a big economic impact.
Patrick Kaler is president and CEO of Visit Buffalo Niagara. Kaler tells me the KeyBank Center continues to be a vital piece in attracting visitors to the Queen City.
I mean, all of the different things that can be taking place inside the arena are huge, whether it be a large meeting and convention, the NCAA, obviously the Sabres, but also concerts and other activities.
Few events have drawn more visitors to the Queen City than March Madness. In 2026, the KeyBank Center will host first and second round action of the NCAA men's basketball tournament for an 8th time. And Kaler tells me that means big bucks for downtown Buffalo.
It will have an economic impact in our community of almost $9.5 million. And that number just continues to grow each time that we host it.
But as great of an asset as the KeyBank Center has been, the celebrated arena continues to show its age. Terry and Kim Pagula paid for new locker rooms and player areas shortly after they bought the Sabres in 2011, but the arena itself has not seen extensive renovations since it was built.
It's a little tired, it's a little dated compared to what you're seeing in so many other places.
Kaler tells me Buffalo remains in the conversation for future marquee events, including hosting the men's basketball tournaments in 2028 and 2034. But amidst the outdated state of the current KeyBank Center could be an obstacle.
The longer that something's not done to the arena, people are going to maybe start to take a look at it, maybe take a step back as well.
Perhaps no one knows the state of the KeyBank Center better than the fans, who are not shy about sharing their suggestions on how to modernize the arena. I asked fans for their thoughts on social media, and many were quick to point out the need for upgrades in the scoreboard, seating, and acoustics. Others calling KeyBank Center outdated and in need of a complete overhaul. The feedback from fans is not going unnoticed. The Sabres tell me the fan experience remains top of mind and that the organization continues to work with architecture firm Populous to prioritize needed improvements. This week, the team sent me a list of 3 major items that will be addressed in the immediate future. They include replacing the arena's center-hung scoreboard, which is expected to be completed for the 24-25 season, replacing the current roof of the KeyBank Center, and upgrading the acoustics and sound system, all of which will be paid for by the Pagulas. The Sabres added the team will continue to work with Populous to identify areas for improvement at KeyBank Center, but that there is nothing new to share on the long-term plan.
Jeff, it's desperately in need.
It's that long-term plan sports marketing professional John Simperman believes is critical. Simperman has worked in marketing with 4 professional sports teams, including the Sabres.
It's unfortunate that, there hasn't been incremental renovations over the last 20, 30 years, right? So now we've gotten to a point where, it is going to be closer to $200 million to get the building back up to par.
One of the franchises Simperman has worked with is the Cleveland Cavaliers, which in 2019 finished off a $185 million investment to completely transform the current Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse.
That literally was built the same year as Marine Midland. And from the outside and from the concourses and what you say, the fan experience areas, it's unrecognizable to what it was before.
Zimmerman says the substantial upgrades have helped Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse now host 200 events a year and were one of the main reasons that the NBA All-Star Game was awarded to Cleveland in 2022. Zimmerman also points to the TD Garden in Boston and the State Farm Arena in Atlanta as venues built around the same time as the KeyBank Center that have since undergone massive renovations. And he believes similar investments are needed to get Buffalo's arena up to date.
I would really focus on the fan gathering areas, the concourses, the food and beverage options, opening up those concourses.
The arena is owned by Erie County, but operated by the Pagulas and the Sabres. In an email, a spokesperson for Erie County tells me, quote, under the operating agreement, upgrades and renovations fall on Crossroads Arena LLC and Niagara Frontier Hockey LLC, both of which are private entities. The first leases out the arena, the latter holds the Sabres franchise. The county added that the current lease with the Sabres for KeyBank Center runs through October of 2027.
I think, Jeff, you kind of bringing this topic up is going to help, bring it to the forefront. I think once people start going into the building and hopefully with a young team on the rise, more people will be going into the building. People are going to ask what's next for that facility.